As we all know, animes are known to have many genres, one of my favorites being rom-com. I think that statement is quite obvious, but another favorite genre of mine is psychological/drama. Something about insane plot twists or having my emotions played with just makes me really invested in the show. It sounds weird, but you know what I mean. Series like Monster, Death Parade, Psychopaths, and many more. Even though they mess up your mind and emotions with some of the most gruesome plot twists, it keeps you on the edge of your seat the entire time. So, a couple days ago, I saw a series that caught my interest. I remember seeing a few comments talking about it, but I just thought, I'll get to that later. And I eventually did. And it was not what I expected. This series actually wrecked me emotionally. This series is called Takopi's Original Sin. It starts like a feel-good, slice-of-life alien type of story, Happy jellyfish-like alien lands on Earth, wants to spread love and happiness, meets a lonely little girl named Shizuka, tries to help her be happy. What could go wrong? Everything. Everything goes wrong. Takopi doesn't understand human pain. He doesn't understand trauma. He just wants everyone to smile, but his tools and pure intentions start to tear lives apart. The first episode is around 40 minutes, and by the first 15 to 16 minutes of the first episode, you realize that this isn't a happy alien story at all. This is a story about guilt, sin, and the irreversible consequences of misunderstanding human suffering. Let's talk about Shizuka. The girl Takopi meets isn't just a little sad. She is living an absolute nightmare. She's bullied at school, ignored at home, and completely abandoned emotionally. She is just a child, but she's carrying the weight of everything. And when Takopi tries to help her with his cute gadgets, well, let's just say his help leads to something irreversible. And that's when the series changes completely. This series forces you to confront how broken the world can be for kids like Shizuka. It doesn't shy away from abuse, neglect, or the helplessness children feel when the adults in their lives fail them. And when Takopi tries to fix things, he becomes part of that problem. Takopi is one of the most tragic characters I've ever read or seen in a while. He's so innocent that he genuinely cannot understand why the things he does are wrong. To him, as long as someone smiles, it's all okay. But that's the point. Takopi represents blind optimism, the kind of feel-good positivity that refuses to acknowledge how complicated human emotions actually are. He keeps repeating the idea, if you're not happy, I'll just press a button and fix it. But sometimes you can't fix pain. Sometimes you need to feel it. You need to grow through it. And Takopi just doesn't get that. Here's what sets Takopi's Original Sin series apart. It doesn't just tell a sad story, it makes you think about guilt, accountability, and what it truly means to help someone. Every major character in the story is doing what they think is right, but in trying to protect themselves or others, they often end up hurting people even more. And this is where the title comes in, Original Sin. The idea that we're all born with the potential to do something wrong, that no one is free from hurting someone, even if they never meant to. Shizuka's classmates, her mom, even Takopi, they're not cartoon villains, they're all hurting, and they don't know how to stop the cycle. You watch as small decisions snowball into irreversible damage, and you're left wondering, what would I do if I had the power to undo pain, and what would it cost me? Now let's talk about visuals. Suddenly you're hit with this raw, unfiltered despair. You can see Shizuka's eyes, empty, scenes of crying, screaming, breakdowns. The panels ache with emotion, and it's that contrast that makes it so effective. You don't expect to cry reading or seeing something like this, but trust me, you will. You'll feel uncomfortable, shocked, and if you're like me, you kind of just sit there in silence after finishing the series, just thinking. Another positive thing about Takopi's Original Sin is that it's very short, just 16 chapters or 6 episodes. You can finish it in one night unless you have a job, but trust me, it will stay with you. Takopi's Original Sin is not for everyone. It's heavy, it's heartbreaking, it's intense, but it could also be necessary. It reminds us that pain doesn't always come from evil. Sometimes it comes from misunderstandings. It asks big questions about morality, trauma, childhood, and redemption, all wrapped inside a deceptively cute sci-fi show. and that's kind of what makes Takopi's original sin brilliant. So if you're looking for something short, emotional, thought-provoking, and unlike anything else, definitely watch or read Takopi's original sin. You will never forget it. Thanks for watching. If this video made you feel some type of a way, drop a like and comment your thoughts on this series. Subscribe for more deep dives into anime and manga. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye bye.